for whatever reason. Andrew, unprompted, would go into battle for us, would commit himself to the truth, and we are deeply, deeply grateful for that. But we're...
That's Clarence Thomas. 59 tributes are up on Breitbart.com right now to Andrew Breitbart from great conservatives over the years. Just a wonderful thing. 12 years ago today, Andrew Breitbart passed away. Rush was speaking on the death of Andrew Breitbart and called him a bulldog. Real quick, Rush is one of the reasons, or one of the ways that Andrew became a conservative. So Andrew Breitbart's father-in-law, the comedian Orson Bean, this is what Andrew wrote of him. Not only was I attracted to Susie, I was attracted to Orson's, his father-in-law's, wit and depth of knowledge of everything. This guy had appeared on the Tonight Show couch 7th most of any guest. His opinion mattered to me. One day I asked him why he had Rush Limbaugh's book, The Way Things Ought to Be, on his shelf. I asked him, why would you have a book by this guy? And Orson said, have you ever listened to him? I said, yes, of course, even though I never had. I love that. Left does that all the time. This one, Breitbart, was a lefty. I was convinced to the core of my being that Rush Limbaugh was a Nazi, anti-black, anti-Jewish, anti-all things decent. Without berating me for disagreeing with this, Orson simply suggested that I listen to him again. And then Andrew tried to prove that his father-in-law was wrong, but he just couldn't. And he wrote of Orson, I love this, Orson, you've taught me how to mix the magic formula of truth, conviction, humor, and point of view. And that's what Breitbart.com is today. Truth, conviction, humor, point of view. AP, when they wrote the obituary to Breitbart, it was another hit piece, of course. They couldn't even do it. They couldn't even not do it in his death. And Rush said, this AP article just goes to show that the country desperately needs another 1,000 more Andrew Breitbarts, if you ask me. I know we mentioned a lot today the line where Rush Limbaugh 12 years ago said, I hope that the people who worked with this man can maintain the tradition, the energy, the effectiveness that his websites all have. And they have. The 1,000 more Andrew Breitbarts, that's you. Every time you go to the site. Every time you care, every time you learn, every time you get informed, every time you vote, every time you engage in one way or another, every time you hold people accountable, every time you live your life better, which is one of Andrew's themes. Every time you put a little bit more of your life in line with conservative values, which is one of the goals of life, it's living a life of integrity. You're continuing on in that legacy, and this country needs 1,000 more Andrew Breitbarts, and we're all a little more like Andrew Breitbart every time we get out there and, dare I say, spread the word.
Puts on the gloves, takes on the world, loves to make you mad while he's making you laugh. Who is this guy? A voice in the riot, speaks for the quiet, always defiant, stands for the small like some kind of giant. Whoever he is, we could use a few more like him. True. 'Cause 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 'c get higher, then screams, walk toward the fire. Like there's nothing left to lose, walk toward the fire. Who is this guy? I hope to God if they write the story of my life, it means half as much as his did to us. He came and he changed everything he touched. Someone who ain't afraid to fight the fighters, throws the truth at all the liars. Sees the smoke and flames get fight the fighters. Throw the truth in all